I'm beginning to feel like a rap god, rap god. All my people from the front to the back nod, back nod. Now who thinks their arms are long enough to slap box, slap box? Should we start over again? Okay. Uh-oh. Nora, what's up?
I want you to refill my drink and put the lid back on.
Oh my gosh, could you wait like 2 minutes? Could you go back to the room?
Okay, I'll leave it here.
Okay.
The number one thing that I love about music is the ability to move people. If you have a good interpretation of music, like you can move so many people who you might not even know.
Music just takes you to another place and it's on another level. You can really relate to it, you can just pop it on and listen to it.
I've been involved with music since I was 9 years old. I started taking guitar lessons, and when it came time to transition to high school, I realized that my goal would be to make music my first priority. So I'm doing music and I'm doing school and all this stuff. Like, there's so many other parts of your life that others don't always see.
What's up?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to pick you up. Oh, okay. Hi. The biggest challenge for me right now is juggling motherhood with my other passions and goals in life, because I don't want my kids to run my life. I was my own person before with non-mom-like interests, gangster rap being the big one. I think I really got into listening to rap during that preteen, angsty time in my life where I was looking for an idol and someone who would go against authority, and I found that in Eminem. And I decided to go to Marshall High School here just because it had Marshall in it, and I met my now husband there in high school. I've got a big stack of Eminem CDs, DVDs here. Of course, the essentials for any fan.
Hey, wait for me.
Yeah. Eminem never had a good relationship with his mom, and I've never had a good relationship with my dad, and I ultimately decided to cut ties with him, and I feel that I wouldn't have been so quick to make that decision if I didn't have Eminem as a role model. What is that?
That's a candle.
Yeah. I would just put on the headphones and blast an angry Eminem song about his mom, about his struggles growing up, and I would sometimes cry, or I'd just rap along really loudly, and for sure it helped me cope and get through the tough times.
Stick.
Oh, holding up a stick?
Holding onto a stick and...
Oh, so this is number 5?
Oh, yeah, it's going to have a pop.
When I was in middle school, I actually would keep a letter like in my wallet. If I ever saw Eminem, I would show him the letter. So I had it all planned out. But now I think I would just tell him that he really influenced my life, and I looked up to him, and I really owe a lot of how my life turned out and all the good that has happened since my fandom really peaked. I owe it all to him.
So this is basically my second home, Los Angeles College of Music. It's not only my college, my school, my campus, but also where I work. So I'm here almost 7 days a week, whether I'm in class or rehearsing with a band or a project, doing homework, practicing, having a lesson. I'm always on campus.
First time I met Kira was actually the first week of welcome week of school. She's one of those students that just are well known on campus, and she just has that personality, and I think everyone on campus knows who she loves and who she aspires to be like.
When Lady Gaga first came out, I did not like her. Top 40 was just like shit, and why would anyone listen to this? Like, you know, that whole thing. I was very adamant about that. And then I saw like this Saturday Night Live performance that she did with just like her on the piano, and I was like, whoa, like what? Like, she's super talented, like, but she's mainstream, and like, what? And like all the barriers were like breaking in my mind, and I was like, do I like Lady Gaga? What? When all this was happening, it was kind of a pivotal moment in my life to sort of discover her, because like I was getting really into music but wasn't really sure about pursuing it as a career path. She's really the person that gave me the courage to really go for it in music, and I think that's the best impact any artist has ever made on me, because I definitely wouldn't be where I am now without her.
I've never heard Kira do any kind of imitation. It wasn't that type of fandom. She wasn't imitating her in her songwriting or in her performance. It was more an emulation of a concept, that lack of fear, that ability to dive in and work your tail off to get where it was you need to go.
So this is the first and only tattoo that I have right now, and it is Lady Gaga related, of course. And it says, live for what you create and die protecting it, which is probably like my favorite quote from her. And I think it really just sums up how she's impacted me and influenced me in the most positive way. So I try to live by this every day, you know, like just putting my all into my art and my music and not letting anything stop me from achieving my dreams.
She uses all the positivity and all the good things that Lady Gaga has to offer, and she takes that, I guess, that model concept, and she applies it to what makes Kira, Kira.
Having fandom be a huge part of your life is great, and like, you know, I've seen it be a really positive influence on so many people, and like, it's nice to have something that you love that keeps you going and everything, but most superfans like do have a life outside of their fandom that maybe you don't always see.
Music fandom is very interesting because there's a person attached to it and the music. And to me, I'll always get most into music of all the fandoms because music is life.